this is Teacher Sunshine. I think it's solely because of the school curriculum, which focuses on major subjects, which includes English. We were trained and taught at a very young age. As we all know, foundation is very important in learning, right? So our parents and teachers made sure that we'd be used to using English as a part of our daily lives by teaching and using it every day in school or at home. Well, if only all Filipinos can be sent to schools, it is not impossible that all of us could speak the language really well. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So I think 70% can speak English well, and the other 30 can somehow understand but can't express themselves really well. Well, aside from reading English books, I was also fond of watching English TV series that were mind-stimulating. I used to be a member of our school's journalism club, and I was a feature writer at that time. So there were a lot of seminars and competitions that honed my skills. Lastly, in my free time at school, I was keen in attending and participating in a lot of meetings in our school English club. This might sound odd, but I really prefer indulging into English TV shows, given my nationality. This is because I'm used to hearing the native language every day, almost everywhere. So I think hearing or watching English from shows or whatever might just give me the fresh experience I need. Well, it just depends. Honestly, I understand everything that I watch on TV, except that when I encounter a word or an expression that I am unfamiliar with, may it be a slang or a new expression, I'm also having a hard time understanding them when my mind's totally off somewhere and is completely occupied with something else. I really think so. I grew up to a family of English teachers. My mom taught me really well with everything she knew, I guess. Also, whenever I see my relatives, especially my aunts, they talk to me in English. They were my first teachers, and I think they were really good ones. With regards to school, they've also made me understand English well, especially the basics, though I know that there are still a lot I need to work on and know about. It can be attributed mainly due to the difference of the sentence structure between English and Korean. Some sentences can be too simple or too complex when translating into English. Secondly, it's because of the willingness to study. Some students are just forced and they think of English as another load. They must be willing to invest a lot of time in understanding and getting used to the target language. They must also try to memorize and study endless vocabularies for skills enhancement. Grammar has always been complex, yeah, given, but can be understood by focusing on the basics and parts of speech. I've had a number of students whose skills were really good. They were just lacking on a certain skill, particularly vocabulary. But the most impressive student I've had was a junior. He started studying with me, and when he was still in middle school, currently he's a high school student. I've seen his skills improve with me. He was not the bookish type, but was really willing to learn. He always asks me a lot of questions, everything that he doesn't know and doesn't understand. He always tries to remember and apply them whenever he's given the chance. He was really lazy to study alone, but always tries to participate and talk spontaneously during our discussion. So I think his willingness made his skills to what they are now. So guys, English will be really hard if willingness to learn is absent. You've got to invest a lot of time in studying and trying to understand even the simplest and smallest details. But never fret, because after all of the hardships and late nights trying to memorize and comprehend everything you've read, heard, and seen, in the end, all of your effort will pay off. So we teachers will make sure that we will give you the nudge you need to be able to learn English as fun and as easy as we can.